Welcome to There's a Sub for That. We are the front podcast of the internet.
He's your host, Willy. Imagine more snacks than you can imagine, Matson.
Cheez-Its. And he is your other host. Damn it.
I am. Scott Carolla. We're a show all about Reddit.
Covering all the ups and downvotes in about 30 minutes.
If you like the show, you can find more of us
On TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram.
or getting booed off the stage at a Dave Chappelle concert. Willy, what a week it has been. How are you? How was things? Shopping season, as you know, is dead set. As one of the funniest jokes I've read all week says, like, everybody's about a week away from getting a candle. So hopefully you've got some shopping in.
I have so many candles already. Other than that, though, I think the highlight of my week was therapy. No, and then secondly was...
secondly, that's good. That's a good thing.
You and I, we had a little date out.
Did we?
Yeah,
Did
we
we
went and
go
got.
out?
We went, and you got a.
coffee.
Can I say this out? Can I say this out loud? You got a dusty rose-colored suit for your wedding.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know if you caught it. That's the name of the color of suit you got.
Dusty rose. Okay, yeah, pink for everybody who's playing at home.
It's suede.
It's velvet. It's not
Velvet.
suede.
Okay.
I'm not
all right.
I'm not that cool. Yeah. I was gonna say my partner was like, "Hey, you have a random day off. You should just go to look at your suit so I can get all of my bridesmaids' dresses sorted." And I'm like, "Okay,
All right." We do a podcast which is all about listening, and Scott can't hear shit. So I can tell this is a new experience for you. I felt exactly the way that you did 6 months ago when I was doing the same thing. And you stand up there, you're already nervous. You ask the guy who's so nice. That guy was so cool.
yeah."
You ask him, "Can you turn the music down? I'm hard of hearing." And he goes, "Oh, well, I'm soft-spoken." And I'm sitting back going, this is a disaster. This is going to be amazing.
I was sweating bullets standing up there. Let me tell you, I was just
then-
like, "Please don't smell my sweat. Please don't smell like all parts of my body that are leaking right now because this is so uncomfortable."
Like, one of the first questions he asked you was, "Hey, so you guys got any fun plans for the rest of the day?" And you just silent, stoic, staring at him. And you go, "I can't hear."
Excuse me? That's pretty much what I had to do. Like, I had to bow. It looked like I was bowing towards, because, I'm standing like a foot taller than everybody else on this podium. And he's soft-spoken. They've got this Abercrombie and Fitch level of music volume playing. And so I'm just like, oh, this is my nightmare. So yeah, I had to like bow down in his face to like see what he was saying and cup my ears. But we got there. We figured it out. Well, I, after being so humbled by that experience, went home and thought to myself, how can I make up for that inadequacy that I was feeling? And I decided to just learn basically everything.
Huh?
Yeah, I learned just about everything after that suit fitting.
How?
And to prove it, I want you to give me a subject, something random, and I'm going to regale you with a short 1-minute speech about any subject you can think of. I would say I could go on forever, but, it's a 30-minute podcast.
Okay, fair. I want to know the history of the narwhal.
That's a really good question, because the narwhal is a type of a whale that is found in the Arctic waters of Canada, Greenland, and Russia. These whales are known for their long spiral tusks, which are actually modified teeth that can grow up into 9 feet in length. The narwhal was once hunted for its tusk, which was believed to have magical powers and was used for art and jewelry. Today, the narwhal is a protected species, and efforts are being made to conserve and study these fascinating animals, despite their elusive nature. Narwhals have been a part of human history for centuries and continue to captivate people around the world.
Hold on. There's no way you're not just reading
I know you wanna try it again.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I want to try. I want to try
ask
this
me
again.
literally anything. You can't find this on Wikipedia. I'm not reading it off of Wikipedia. I'm not reading it out of like
Okay, good.
encyclopedia.com.
Can
Ask me anything.
Batman actually beat Superman? The age-old question. Wisdom and money against actual strength.
Batman is a fictional character and therefore cannot beat anyone in a physical sense. In the comic books, Batman is known for his intelligence and his ability to outsmart his opponents. However, Superman is a superpowered being and generally considered one of the most powerful characters in the DC universe. It's unlikely that Batman would be able to defeat Superman in a direct physical confrontation. However, like in the comics, Batman could potentially use his intelligence and strategic thinking to outmaneuver Superman and find a way to win. Now,
Okay.
I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't learn everything. And when I say I mean AI. Because my story of the day is from Chat GPT. Have you heard of this technology?
Yes, I have.
That's what I was using to give you those brilliant off-the-cuff answers. I signed up for an account with chat.openai.com.
You did? You actually signed up for this?
You were so adamant last week.
I think this is a great idea. I'm just
Yeah.
mad that you saved it until now. We could have had an entire script for this show written.
Willy, since you know so much about it, can you give people a little brief snippet of what Chat GPT is?
So Chat GPT is an AI algorithm where it's a conversational-based AI. And it knows every functional language, including math and coding, English, Spanish, whatever you can think of. It knows those languages. And because it is trained on as much possible data as is out there, you can ask it incredible things like write me an app, write me a script for this YouTube video. Or one of the other really clever things I saw, somebody uploaded a job description they found and said, this is a job description. Then they uploaded and said, this is my resume. Write me a cover letter for that job based on this resume. And it did it.
I've been so impressed by this. I saw it on The Verge, and they were just asking, like, create software for nuclear fusion. And it does. It gives them something. They don't know where it came from, but it gives them something, which is terrifying and amazing at the same time.
MKBHD had a really great video, and in there he said it gets facts about 90% right, and that's one of the glaring issues with the program is that it's not 100% accurate, and there's no way to fact check it yet. I need your honest opinion now. Are we at this new frontier of AI?
I think we're on the precipice. I think we're looking at the Grand Canyon that is AI. I don't know what the catalyst is going to be, what comes next, but kind of once we go into the unknown,
that was already more than enough. We're going to get sued.
Then it's wide open spaces. Wide open spaces.
No.
I think given that something like Chat GPT is here today, December 2022, I believe what you said last week. I believe that this time, December 2023, provided everything is normal and we survive,
Oh, God.
we will be just basically generating our podcast like this. We will just say, like, create template, December date, whatever, 2023. We'll put in the topics, and it will just build a script for us, and we'll read that script. Actually, no, we won't even read that script. We'll use our software editing to just read it.
Just overdub us the whole way through.
Yeah. And we'll be doing something else completely different. Like, you and I will probably just be on here, like, making food, and it'll be like a cooking show, except with overdub of the podcast.
Well, Scott, speaking of things that are probably hanging around for a little too long, this week in the subreddit World News, there's a post that said nearly half of COVID patients worldwide still have symptoms 4 months later, according to this new giant study.
I saw the title for this, but I didn't go into it. Can you give some examples of kind of like what they're feeling? Is it like easy ones we can all live with so we don't have to worry about ever wearing masks again?
Well, it's reported by Yahoo Finance. It says researchers at the University of Leicester, Worcestershire, England.
Leicester?
Yes. Yep, that one.
Okay.
In England, performed an analysis of nearly 200 studies of prior COVID patients involving nearly 750,000 people. More than 45% of the study participants had at least one lingering symptom 4 months out from their initial infection. A quarter of them reported fatigue. A similar number said that they felt pain or discomfort. Meanwhile, sleep issues, breathlessness, problems participating in normal daily activities were reported in just under a quarter of patients in the study.
And because I'm bad at math, a quarter of 750,000 people is
188,000 people.
Whew, that's no small number.
You've been lucky enough to not get COVID.
I am,
as he coughs.
technically still a Gold Star member. I saw another article the other day that said I think 40% of Americans have gotten COVID but don't know it. Like never showed any symptoms.
Have you started telling yourself as one of the rare few that is excluded from the group of us that has gotten COVID?
That I'm better than you all? Yes. Yes. Oh,
have you come to terms with the fact that it's going to happen? That you're going to get this?
No, I still think it's avoidable. It keeps mutating to the point where I might get some version of it one day. But my hope is that's like the one cheek sneak kind of one rather than the full just like bend over, hold the lighter there and show the entire world.
Here's a report from April of 2022 from Medscape that says almost 60% of the U.S. population has been infected by COVID.
Jeez. I will just keep trying to not get it. I don't want it.
I don't want it.
Everybody out there who's like, oh, it's not that bad. Like, you don't know. You don't know. And
you're now going to be a part of a giant study that's going to tell you if it's going to be bad long term.
I don't trust you. If you're not a virologist, if you're not Michael Osterholm, I just don't trust you. So
as we start wrapping up this year of the show, it started on the precipice of COVID, and it's still going through this entire show. We said we would look back and say, maybe that was just a blip in time, but it's still continuing on. This is episode 129, and there's some lost episodes along the way. I don't know about
129 weeks. We record this weekly.
Mm-hmm.
And we have just been case study after case study. Now, of a life with COVID. That's what we should name the podcast. You had it. Do you feel any lingering effects?
This one was a really weird thing, and I don't know if I've heard this happen before, but I can feel your butthole pucker with my fingertips just being in the same room.
I know you have to be within like a couple feet, but it's magical power.
I say that joke and then I have to remind myself I discovered something this weekend. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I found out that my niece listens to our show.
What's her name?
Annabelle.
Number 1, thank you for listening to the show.
Thank you.
I hope you like it. I hope we don't gross you out or embarrass you or cringe, whatever you kids are saying these days, too much. Number 2, please go on and review. Leave us a review wherever you listen to this podcast. And number 3, for Uncle Willy's Christmas present this year, tell all your friends about this show. Get them to listen. And also rate and review. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
You filthy animal. For my story of the week, it is a word of caution to the people, the masses, in Interesting AF. The post is titled, How Scammers Get Your Gift Card Information. And this is a new one.
Oh, really?
I realized today that I am older than I perceive because you know who told me about this one? Not Reddit. Not the internet. My mom.
Your mom?
My mom told me about this, and I'm like, that's not how gift cards work. Like, They can't just get the number and like save it for later. Scammers know this. You and I know this. So what they did is they took another gift card or something where you can reload money onto it.
Sure.
They took the barcode and printed it out. And on a very thin substrate, they will cover up just the barcode. And I'm saying like they cut it out so it's just the barcode, like X-Acto knife. And they will lay it over the barcode of your PlayStation, your, Roblox, whatever.
Sure.
And the only way you can tell is if you feel the back barcode. If it's raised up ever so slightly and it feels kind of like a slight braille, then you know.
On a gift card?
On a gift card, yeah. On the back of a gift card, there is a barcode. And it should just be printed flat. You should feel very flat like paper or plastic. But if it's raised in any way, shape, or form, when you bring it up to the cash register, it's not going to scan as PlayStation gift card. It's going to scan as something else gift card. And when you put the $100 onto that, when you put the $100 or whatever it cost, it automatically just transfers to that person. And the card you have in your hand is never officially activated. So you give it to somebody and they're like, hey, I can't use this. It's not working. It's a big fucking mess.
All right, so I'm gonna walk you through a scam that happened to my dad. This is years ago. I'm walking out of my place, and I get a phone call. My dad goes, "Hey, the person from Comcast is asking for a bunch of questions. Can you help me answer them?" And I'm like, "Are you on the phone with him right now?" And he goes, "Yeah." He wants my social security number because he's trying to look up my ID for my phone. And I'm like, No, Comcast won't do that. And I can hear my mom in the background going, "Larry, hang up the fucking phone. This isn't real." And he's going, "Jane, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with this. Everything is going to be." And so like there's just this dispute. And clearly on the other end of a different phone, because all of our parents have home phones still, he's talking to this scammer. And I was like, "Hang up the phone. Hang up the phone." So he hangs up that phone and he goes, "Well, is it too late? I already gave him my social. 2, I already gave him my credit card info."
Poor Larry.
And I'm like, "Dude, I don't know what to tell you. Go get a service that blocks your credit because you're effed, man."
In these trying times, we have folks on the left. We have folks on the right. I think what Congress should do is pass a law that makes it legal to bounty hunt scammers. I think we as a nation could get to about maybe a 98% approval rating on this.
Are there any downsides? Let's just poke holes in it.
Okay, all right.
Are there
I'm just
downsides?
throwing it out the wall. See what sticks. When I say bounty hunt, I'm not saying like purge rules. I'm not saying we put their heads on spikes.
Oh, you're not.
I'm just saying, like, for every scammer that you can turn in, you get $1,000. For every scamming company that you bring down, $100,000.
You get an amount of money less than what they're worth.
These people are actual pirates, and I think we need to go back to AMC channel Dog the Bounty Hunter type shows where we're just literally busting down doors and getting people who are ripping off your grandma.
My brain
AMC
shut
Plus, I want a phone call. Let's set this up. Let's get this off the ground. Willie and I will host.
Let's call Chris Hansen. We can be a trio.
Is he still alive? Yeah.
I don't know. He'll just the scammer will open up their, I don't know, kitchen door, their fridge, and there's Chris Hansen inside going, "Hi, why don't you have a seat? You know why you're here." I'm all for this. I think there needs to be severe punishment for anybody caught scamming. Speaking of people we hate, today on the subreddit, F you, Karen, there was a post. You must have seen this. But in the holiday spirit, it says, "Congratulations, you have won the Humbug Award because you chosen to be a Grinch and not put up Christmas lights. You have disappointed all the children, young and old, in the community. LED lights are inexpensive and can be purchased even in secondhand stores for reasonable prices. They can last years. I'm sure Cost is not an issue and is more about being too busy with your devices than anything else. Do you remember when you were a child and you saw all the Christmas lights on the street? What happened? Next year, do better and bring a smile to those in need. But remember, you still have time. It only takes a little effort to make a big difference. Love strong and love long. Putting lights up for other faiths counts too. Why not show your pride with color? Happy holidays.
It's a little presumptuous. When I say a little, I mean a lot. It's a lot presumptuous because they don't know that this person is actually single because their significant other used to work at a light manufacturing factory and they were horribly maimed in a Christmas light bundler accident. And so that's why the joy has left them. And so every single time they see a house with Christmas lights, they're reminded. And it's basically PTSD every holiday season. Who's the Grinch now, Karen? I feel bad that that person has literally nothing better to do in their life than to just unzip their trousers, whip out whatever genitalia they have, and piss all over this person's front lawn. Now, I have a house, thankfully.
Lucky.
Praise be.
Millennial with a house,
years.
everybody.
We've had it for 2 years now. I haven't put any lights on the outside.
Are you planning on it?
I would like to, but we have one electrical outlet, and it's on the back side of our house.
Ooh.
So if I want to do anything, I have to get like a 50-foot or 100-foot extension cable to run it to the front, and it's kind of a logistical nightmare. Now, Willie, you remember an episode or two ago when I was talking about how I do my research on trees? And you know, when I research anything, I put a lot into it.
A lot. It took Scott like a decade too long to purchase a new computer for this show. The first few episodes were shot and edited on a computer that
From mid-2010.
I don't know, his middle school. It still had black and green text on it.
I sent you the floppy disk every week on time, so shut your mouth.
I sent you a hard one in return.
There is a company that will just come out to your house, give
Go
you an
on.
assessment, and they will do everything for you. They will measure, cut, color, first level, second level windows, put up, and take down your Christmas lights.
Damn.
It is for a yearly fee because
Ooh.
they will take them down and they will hold on to them,
Oh?
guaranteeing that they will work the next time they install them the following year. It sounds like it's kind of cool because the initial startup cost is very expensive, as you would imagine.
Sure.
But every subsequent year, you're just paying for installation and takedown.
Which can't be that much, right? I
No.
mean, they have to have like a plan. There has
Yeah.
to be the initial spots. It's like $100.
Yeah.
Come out, put the lights up, done deal.
A nominal service fee compared to the setup.
Sure.
And I think that's kind of worth it. I might do that just because I don't have to climb any ladders.
Now, Scott, you have a best friend sitting across the screen here who likes ladder.
Hi.
Shut up. Jason's not here, okay? I like ladders. I'm good with ladders. I don't fall off ladders. I've got great balance.
Do you
My
own
ears work
a
great.
ladder?
I don't own a ladder, but I know how they work. In theory, okay? Listen, give me a break.
But they cut the lights to the exact length of your house. If you bought a string of lights, you might have them kind of like hanging off the end or have to buy another strand and just keep running it. It could look a little weird. These are professionals. I would rather, no offense to you and your ladder fetish, but I would just
take
rather.
offense.
Okay, now I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Thank you. I've always wanted one.
A ladder with spray coating protective on it, you
A fetish.
dirty bastard. You know, with ladders, Willie, my biggest fear is not going up, but it's actually coming down.
Coming back down. It's sometimes good. It's sometimes not. It's time for ups and down votes with Willy and Scott. All right, call it.
Ooh. Heads.
Have fun. Have fun. Just whatever you want to do, buddy.
It's my party, and I will upvote if I want to. We recently went through a election. And we just finished it thanks to some runoffs. Those runoffs, and I may be slightly wrong here, but I don't think they would have been possible if not for the help of ranked choice voting. And so my upvote of the week is from Uplifting News saying, ranked choice voting is gaining ground. We've talked about this a little bit in the past, but I just want to make sure that everybody knows this is only a good thing. You get to vote for your person, and then another person that you might like a little bit better than the person you absolutely hate. Why wouldn't you want to vote twice for the people that you like and not at all for a person you hate? It just makes sense. That doesn't make sense, what I said, but...
No. I blacked out. Well, Scott, my downvote of the week... God. It's not from Reddit. I know we try our best every week to find stories from Reddit. There was a point...
I've actually said we can go outside of the bounds.
Yeah, we can go wherever we want. While we were recording, the guy who cuts my hair, amazing man, his name is Tate.
Oh, he's not there. I don't see him.
No, he's not here. He's not cutting my hair. He's the man
While we're
that
recording?
cuts my hair.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. He's under. It's the other. Other area.
Full service.
We made a pact. So I got my hair cut. For those of you watching the video, obvious, right? Obvious. But for those of you listening, I got a haircut a couple days ago, and
we're happy for you.
He looked at my facial hair and he was like, "Dude, I think you can grow it. I think you could do this." Well, I don't know if you remember this, but when we went and did suit shopping, my facial hair looked awful.
You should just try to grow the stash, man.
I can't.
I think you can.
You want to know why I can't? You want to know why I can't?
Because you'd end up getting banned from every school everywhere.
No, because Tate and I made a pact that January 1st, we were going to start a month of not shaving.
Okay.
And he sends me a text and says, "Hey, I started early. I have not touched my facial hair since December 2nd.
What are you hoping to accomplish with this growth, though? Like, do you want a full beard? Do you want a goatee?
I haven't thought that out. Not a goatee.
Because, like, if I'm just looking at your facial structure, you've got a nice dimpled chin. That's probably going to be real itchy, just FYI. Because the hair grows like this, like against each other. And, but
all I
honestly,
want to do is cover this. I want to cover the turkey neck.
That makes sense.
Thank you.
But
thanks for being so honest.
If you have a mustache, I think a mustache would look good with the rest of your face.
Why?
Trust me. I don't have that full like lip to tip of the nose kind of mustache. It kind of only grows half height. So if I just had the mustache, it would look weird. I would have like one of those art mustaches,
like Art Deco, like you're from the movie Casablanca.
Yeah, got nice thick chops though, so I can pull off a Wolverine kind of look. Another thing that might help you, and just hear me out, this is because I love you.
Oh God.
It's not because I am critical or trying to shame you in any way, shape, or form. We are still in the downvote though, so just keep that in mind.
Great.
Because I can't legally ask you to do this. What if you just weighed yourself and you subtracted 20 pounds and then you just weighed that?
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today.
Find more of us on our socials, and we'll see you next week.